An young Aldari body is floating in the mercury glass vat filled with acrid, acidic sludge. If the built-in xenocogitator changing readings are anything to go by, the Aldari is alive, or at any rate, not quite dead. This body belongs to a Farseer. I sense dormant energy coming from his exhausted mind. We must set him free, Alantark. Inspect the vat. Another of the insane homunculus creation designed for cruel experiments. The vat is part of a larger mechanism which has a small mechanical dashboard built into its casing. You are, however, unfamiliar with the symbols on it. The thick tubes that deliver the suspicious-looking liquid straight into the vitreous depths of the mechanism disappears into an inexplicably smooth casing. The glass itself seems quite brittle, though. Odd. These symbols are unfamiliar to me. I suppose the homunculus is using a special coat, so no overly curious assistant can hamper his experimentation. Let's try this. You look at the dashboard with unfamiliar symbols. Let's try the lightning. Oh, really? Several clicks are heard behind the mechanism's smooth casing. The liquid makes a whistling sound as it drains through the grill that has opened at the base of the vat. The doors open slowly. Really? Okay. Do you remember who you are and where you came from? I remember the taste of pain and the smell of pain and the color of pain too. You're the one who dreams of what has come to pass and what yet lies in the ahead, a Farseer of the craft world. Tell me what happened to Kudarak. The Farseer stares his hands in surprise, ignoring Yurla's questions. Every finger in place? But why? The first one goes for the sake of pain and pleasure. The second one disappears when it's time for humility. The third, what happens to the third? Oh great, this dude's broken. Like, mentally broken. Yurla's shoulders sinks into defeat. Elantar, I do not think he's going to tell us anything of value. Is there no one left who can answer my question? Oh, how do you end up in a homunculus practice? The Farseer looks up with you with frightened eyes. Be quiet, Master will come back. Master will punish. Piece by piece, piece by piece, piece by piece, piece by piece by piece. Why do you keep him in this vat? The Farseer looks around the room with interest, ignoring you completely. I have been here many times in my past lives, and I will be in my future ones. An infinite cycle. Rebirth, healing, visions of the future? What's the point of eternal life? It only brings suffering. It's time to decide what to do with him. He's coming with us, Alantark. I will not let you abandon him here. I need him.
My spirit.
What?
Fades.
Without waiting for Yurla to finish her sentence, the Farseer suddenly turns his head towards her. For the first time, his gaze is clear and focused. Child, you have returned to us at a dark hour. No! Yurla leans over to the Aldari's body to help, but his eyes are wide open and his chest no longer rises and falls from his continued cautious breath. He was aware, he remembered me, Alantark, and then suddenly he was dead. What kind of curse haunts Kudarak's journal within these walls? Let us go. I refuse to believe that there is no one else left. Do you understand? I cannot let a serpent in my soul devour my already fading hope. My hope of finding out the truth of what happened to Kudarak. There's no giving up now. After the lengths I have gone in order to get here, we will find another Farseers. We will. Okay. Anything? Nope. Nothing special on them. Okay, oh.
What do we have here?
Well, hello.
A trivial task.
Okay.
Keep a sharp eye.
Experiments. Okay. Hello here.
Speak, Elantark. My success was inevitable.
Okay. Anything special here? I don't think so. Bloodthirsty experiments. I'm only seeing bloodthirsty experiments. Lord Xenos. Okay. Where do I want to fight them? Okay, let's shoot this one first.
What is it?
Yep.
This tedium is beneath me. Fortune favors the swift.
Whoa.
This galaxy.
Bloodthirsty experiments. Okay, looks like all of them have some kind of melee weapon. That's good. Disciples of Pain, you have guns. So I have to aim for you first. Yeah. You stand over here. Oh. Magenta, stand over here. Hazarai, stand over here. Be my tank. Stand over here. Jay, stand over here. Here. This. Okay, sniping. Midline.
I'll make it happen. Who if not me?
One. Okay. Let's reduce the numbers first.
I'll see to it personally. No enemy down. No tears for me.
Okay. No. Yeah.
On it. Twice before crossing me.
Okay. What? Oh, okay.
I do not fear a perilous path. We all walk our own path. I answer the call.
Alright. What? Go over here and then... Okay, you rush over here. Yep, so come over here.
Slow and painful is the way.
This. And, get this out. Yeah.
Don't distract me. Warrior of anguish!
Out. Do this.
Watch.
Do this.
Dearly for your actions.
Okay.
Harder.
Bloodthirsty Experiment, then Disciple of Pain, then Cassia.
We all walk our own path. Nobody escapes us.
Okay. Okay, if you come over here, and then... Ooh, this is nice. No, my main priority will be the 3, Disciples of Pain over here. So come over here.
Step aside. The navigator is coming. I'm not
It'll be very dangerous,
supposed to
especially with
be
these 2 around. But, yeah, whatever. Okay.
Tactical attempt.
You sure about that? Yeah.
Me? If you insist, Lord Captain. If I may.
Damn it. Okay, killing you. Oh, whatever. Switch to this. Okay, you. Okay, kill. Do this. Let's do you.
I am not your Xenos pet. Death with my hands.
Okay,
I understand your intent. I hear you moving. No more.
okay. Let's do you.
If I must, I'll deal death with my hands.
Beautiful, beautiful, beautiful. So we only got 1 of these idiots left, and a bunch of bloodthirsty experiments. Beautiful. Let's see. Can I shoot him from here? Nope. I need to get in close. Come over
The
here.
battlefield air is good for my lungs. You
Okay.
got a problem? I've got a problem.
You will pay dearly for your actions.
Wait, who do I hit? Ah, damn it. Fine, you're lit. Here you go. Okay,
This
please.
tedium is beneath me.
Really?
I am not your Xenos pet, monkey.
I'll tear your heart out of this.
Okay, do this. We're done. Hey, stop breathing like that.
I will bathe this battlefield in righteous fury. I'll do it.
Do this. Yeah.
As the Emperor commands, I act. That is for the weak.
Oops. Where do I go to get a good shot in? This seems like a nice place. Let's do
I'll
this.
do it. It's why I was chosen.
Okay, whatever.
Faith without deeds is worthless. None can escape the Emperor's
Okay.
judgment.
Let's deal with
I'll
you.
do it.
You will pay dearly for your actions.
As the Emperor commands, I act.
I'll return this favor tenfold.
This is why I was chosen. I'll do it. As the Emperor commands,
Please.
I act. Each strike is a prayer.
Okay.
We all walk our own path.
Alright. Now, if I come over here.
I'm ready for whatever comes.
Really?
Let's make some opportunities.
Yes,
My gut tells me it's a bad idea.
Alright. Let's do
I'll
this.
see to it personally. It's as good as done.
Okay.
Heal my wounds. I answer the call.
Good. Wait, you can attack 3 times? Really?
All walk our own path.
Oh crap.
Deliver us.
Let's see. Over here, okay, nice. What about you eats? I can.
No.
Good.
Kneel before me, Tracy.
It would be beneath me to even attempt it.
Okay. Can I strike him? Nope. Okay, I'm healing up.
I am a navigator, not a servitor. I'm not accustomed to being...
The
Okay.
ancestors.
The stairs. Do this.
Tears for me.
Okay. Nope. Who can I give it to? Magenta? Yeah.
Me. If you insist, Lord Captain.
No. Let's do it.
Faith without deeds is worthless.
I'll return this favor
Okay.
tenfold.
Nope, you won't.
As the Emperor commands, I act.
The,
If
okay,
I
there.
may.
Okay.
I understand your intent.
Okay.
if I must. Another soul slips beyond the
Oh.
veil.
And that's it? No. Oh, wait. Oh, I forgot about you entirely.
I am
this?
not your Xenos pet monkey. Fall, creatures! I hear you move.
Beautiful.
No more.
Wait, monkey, extend a helping hand and I will show you the way home. Okay.
Rise to the top, or get left in the dust.
You love to take charge, don't you?
Wow. Okay. The journal entries are written in an angular but surprisingly tidy hand, as if the writer deliberated meticulously over every word. The notes are supplemented by diagrams of formulae. The Farseer's minds is aggressively resisting external interface. The mind maggot perished instantly upon being introduced into the system, which has never been observed before. Interesting. As punishment, the subject was placed in fiber shackles that chipped away at the limb's bones. Yikes. Unreadable diagrams. Mind maggot enhanced with a power implant. Subject placed in a red-hot metal capsule during the introduction of the parasite. Despite the pain and the parasite in its system, the subject succeeded in addressing the veil. Parasite destruction detected 2 minutes into its presence in the subject's body. Unreadable diagrams. Mind maggot enhanced with poison that suppresses the host's psychic functions and placed successfully inside its victim. The parasite vital functions persist, yet with no signs of compliance on the part of the host. Unacceptable. Subject perished by partial skin removal. Punished by partial skin removal and suspension by the detached areas of skin. Unreadable diagrams. Experiment finished. Results negative. For as long as the subjects remain capable of combating the mind maggot's presence, pain is the only available method of suppression. Subject to be placed in a capsule with slowly rotating blades until further instructions. Okay. That's terrifying. Okay, before we get you down, let me look the place first. What's this? What were Resonance device? Ooh. Wraithbone woven battlesuit. Stores wound each round when the wearer has any number of following damage over time conditions. Okay. Assault cloak. Okay.
Watch your steps.
What? Oh. Oh, of course.
I always have a backup plan.
I'm sorry.
I
Okay.
always keep my options
Pay
open.
attention.
What? Okay.
I align my path with yours. For now. I have learned much in my exile.
Is there money to be made?
Okay. What's this?
What a
A
peculiar
trivial
thing.
task.
As if you only have half the mysterious message in front of you. What message? Really, what message?
Always keep your eye on the prize.
None are better at searching.
Yes, yes.
Oh, too hard for a simple monkey.
Let me save the game.
My success was
Looks
inevitable.
unfinished as if you can only read half of the message.
Let us not dawdle.
I have learned much in my exile.
The strange capsule emits a barely perceptible buzz, its thick walls barely containing... What? Barely contain the sounds coming from within, the sound of a living, tormented creature. Wait. me see.
Success is the only outcome I accept.
What?
Keep your wits about you.
Oh! Okay. Whatever, I guess. Okay, let's let this dude down. Somewhere an unseen mechanism whirls to life. Despite his many bleeding wounds, the stately Eldari calmly straightens his shoulders and wrists, his narrow chin as he scrutinizes you with his keen gaze. Mysterious blue lights glimmer in his emerald green eyes. A monkey and an outcast have found their way into the heart of the Dark City to save what little remains. The universe is full of cruel surprises, but this is an outcome I managed to foresee. You have foreseen our meeting, but could not avoid being captured? What's the point of your prophecies then? Yearly glares daggers at her fellow Eldari, but he does not look away. The Farseer frowns, his face reflects guilt and grief, yet he says gently, I am glad that our paths have crossed again, my child. It is a great relief for me to know you are alive, and a great joy to see how much firmer the spirits and mind you have grown over your years of exile. I think we have a lot to talk about. Make an Eldari gesture with your hands. You have got yourself a most amusing monkey to keep you company, Yearlet. He understands our language and even knows a thing or two about customary greetings. Not that any of it makes him a worthy companion for you to have on your path. It is the Alantark who keeps me at his side. Were it not for him, my soul would have long left this body, or else I would have been devoured by a minion of She Who Thirst, and I would never have learned the truth of what happened to Kudarak. Perhaps we ought to start by introducing ourselves? Of course, Alantark. One forgets one's good manners all too easily in the Dark City. Yula can barely contain her fury as she gestures toward her fellow Dari. Standing before you is Lineal Mariesh, who walks the path of the Farseer. He is the all-seeing eye and timeless sentinel of Kudarak. He was, that is, either way. A monkey name is not the kind of thing he would be particularly interested in. In case you are expecting me to introduce you in turn, he will forget your name as sincerely as one forgets a troubled dream in the morning. Alantark. Now that is a word I have not heard in years. The Farseer does not even look at your direction. There were other Farseers beside you in the spire. Between the homunculus tortures, I was able to glance inside my kin's desperate minds. I saw every soul that was extinguished in the spire. I sang a lament for every brother and sister sacrificed by the Dark Ones. I carry their memory in my heart. And if I get out of here alive, their names will not be forgotten. Your sense of failure, Lendil? Akilendil? Whatever. I don't know how to say this freaking word. Many died, but not all. Yula turns around sharply and points at a game board containing the Farseer soul. I was unable to save her, but you could have tried. The Eldari recoils at her as he looks at the bloody game board. What is this? Explain yourself, monkey. Why in all the gods' names made you decide to torture one of my sisters? Are you aware that a Farseer soul is imprisoned in this object, and that your every touch causes unspeakable pain to her immortal soul? Can you really help her? I'll release her soul from its suffering, but alas, giving her back her body is beyond my ability. Yeah, let's do this. Yula blinks in surprise. In her eyes there is a faint and fleeting traces of softness and gratitude. Really? I must confess, I have set a little store by your species. I've set a little store by your species in the past. Perhaps, in some regards, I was wrong to do so. Imprison parts of your soul, okay? The Xeno nods in gratitude. Find a spirit stone on one of the homunculus' desk, and chants a few unfamiliar words with your elucidator does not catch. Dark blood pours out of the games board in the Eldari's hands, but as soon as he finishes his chant, a warm glow suffuses the stone he is holding. It is done. You said you will help us find our way. You said you will help us find our way home. What do you mean? The countless hours I spent in the homunculus cage were not all spent in the throes of agony. I listened, I observed, I absorbed. As soon as I learned that an age-old gate built by our ancestors is hidden in the heart of Spire, a webway gate connected to the world outside, I can unseal it and forward our path to salvation. I can help you make your way out of the Dark City and leave this place behind, but you must take me to the gate. My mind is still firm, my spirit is unbreakable, my body, on the other hand, will not so soon forget pain's embrace. What's the point of your questions, Alantark? I can guide you to the gate myself, but not before this dude who walks the path of Farseer, the all-seeing eye, and timeless sentinel of Kudarak, pours the light of truth into the bottomless well of my fear and doubt. The Farseer is at your disposal, Yelet. I feared this moment would never come. Yelet takes a deep breath and looks into the Farseer's eyes. Look at me, and tell me what adversity befell our home. As a council member, you cannot possibly be unaware of the truth, and do not even consider hiding anything from me. Sometimes ignorance truly is bliss, my child, but I cannot deny your right to know the truth. The Farseer tosses back his head, and his voice sounds like a rolling thunder. When we found ourselves amid the stars of the stellar fabric, we encountered a monkey ship. A ship much too puny to take on an Asuryani world, or so we thought, until the council were struck with a vision of the horror to come. This ship would be our doom, not only for us on Kudarak, but for all Eldari kind among the nearby stars, and even those whose path stretched far beyond the stars. We cannot allow such thing to happen. When the ship approached, we pierce it with 100 salvos, and then rejoice. For among the wreckage, the Rangers found no trace of the foreseen curse. Arsayan, how wrong we were. The ship that returned from their reconnaissance to our starports were already carrying it on their wings. Whether it was a scratch from a passing wreck or the infected ashes of the monkey ship that the cosmic winds had not had time to disperse, the plague crept into our home and immediately began to eat away at the craftworld's very flesh. In the Infinity Circuit, the souls of the ancestors battled the spreading pestilence ferociously, but the world is falling apart and there was no stopping it. Spires collapsed, rivers dried up, the ground itself sank, and all living things turned into a strange blend of organic matter and metal. We fought for our home until the very end, but when it became clear that Kudarag was beyond saving, the council decided to gather all who remained, boarded them on these surviving shuttles, and scattered across the galaxy to look for salvation. And that was what we did. But who steered the infected vessels toward Kudarag?
I am afraid you already know the answer, Elantok. You just cannot accept it. Your predecessor, she who previously owned this vessel and your entire protectorate. The monkey who kept a piece of my homeworld in her study, like a trifle or trophy of no great significance.
Oh. So it was your accursed kind. Eyes light with golden radiance. Wait. Shedding innocent blood will not bring our home back. The Elantok is guilty only of helping me to reach this place and free you. The blood of the executioner of our people flows through the veins of the ones you long to save. What has the monkey done to deserve your mercy? The golden sparks slowly died away. The Farseer rarely closed his eyes. You said disease broke out aboard the ship? You want to know how your kinspeople destroy my world so you can follow their example? Answer the question. Not for the monkey amusement, but for the sake of those whose souls dissolve in infinity. At first we thought the monkey were in the service of the great enemy of our kind, the one who lurks beyond the edge of reality, but the world's affliction manifests itself differently. It distorted Kudarag while avoiding encounters with the souls of our ancestors. We were waiting for Silent Thresh, the destroyer of souls, to burst her way through the gaping wound of the world, yet her gaze was directed away from our suffering. No one ever managed to identify the nature of the curse even as we watched it destroy our home, and so have lost all hope of saving it. We fled. Okay, so Theodora is clearly messing with chaos stuff. And the disease part makes me think Nurgle. But Nurgle shouldn't be... Yeah, Nurgle disease infects all. They shouldn't be avoiding Eldari's souls. Okay. If you're conflict Kudra, how do you end up here? Our twisted cousins found our arcs in the void's cold embrace. At first it seemed that they were going to save us, to extend a helping hand, and so we told them what had happened to Kudra and where to look for it. But our cousins' souls were dark and thirst for blood. My arc was one of the first they seized. The Drukhari massacred hundreds and thousands of their own kind for fleeting pleasure's sake, and enslaved the Farseers for their accursed experiments, and that monkey is how I ended up hanging in this cage. Is Kudra completely destroyed? That's hard to believe. The Arabinian took care of what remained, but that is none of your concern, monkey. Violet is silent for a while and then say coldly, but how did Kudarag end up in the expanse, this close to monkey ships and the Dark One's hunting grounds? There was a path chosen by the council, my child. We have charted Kudarag's course among the stars for years, and no one had an inkling of the terrible fate that would await us in a place that promised us salvation. No one knew. The Farseer look away for a mere second, but an aching sensation immediately burrows its way into the base of your skull. Something is wrong here. The path I have walked had taught me a great deal to see the truth where it is concealed, and not to hesitate to cut off the head of a lying snake that tries to coil around my heart. Violet stares unblinkingly at her fellow Eldari, fury gleaming in her eyes. If the entire Farseer Council failed to foresee their world's doom, then everything the children of Arsayan has been taught about paths for centuries is a lie. You are hiding something. Speak now. How dare you take that tone with me, outcast? I'm not obliged to justify myself before you, let alone protest my innocence. You already told us everything. Why holding back? The Farseer's emerald green eyes are filled with despair. We have been steering Kudarag along a course prophesied by the stars themselves, until Shael's tumultuous currents cast us to the edge of that great wound. The storm was coming, threatened to sweep Kudarag away from its path, and so the council decided on a route to safety, across the nearest Isle of Hope, and into the place known among the monkey as the Coronix Expanse. We stood by our decision, but there came a point where the prophecies became ever darker and more unsettling. Someone proposed altering the course, but the closing grip of raging Shael was blocking our path on all sides. It was then that the council's opinion was split. My vote was the deciding one in that difficult debate, for I believe that the prophecy that had promised us salvation in the Expanse could not have been a lie. You already know what happens next. The Farseer closes his eyes and turns away, unwilling to meet Yolis' gaze. Yolis looks lost, so we were doomed. I should have stayed on Kudarag. I could have tried to help those who survived this disaster, and only I have not chosen the accursed path that left the Outcraft world. I could have at least tried to save someone. Was it not the Farseers who made the bad decision? What's the difference could have made if you had been on Kudarag? Now let's do this. Yulet's mouth twisted in displeasure. The Farseers, it was not beyond their power. They led Kudorak to prosperity for years, only to become too blind to what was going on around them. Had they not followed the prophecy as the old customs required, had they changed course instead, Kudorak might still be whole. Yep. There's no bringing back the past, but you can try to change your people's future. Okay, Yulet stays silent for a long time, peering into the face of the Farseer standing across from her. Calm and collected, he looks prepared to meet his fate. Finally, Yulet replies, "We are both guilty of, and both deserve a fate much more terrible than death. However, it is too early for us to leave this world before we have atoned for our guilt. Come with me. We have a lot to do before the Great Oblivion. We will find our brothers and sisters and protect them from those who seek to harm them. Perhaps we may even find a new home." Your words are like a healing melody flowing into my tormented soul. For the first time, a slight smile graces the Farseer's lips. I accept your proposal, my child. Okay. That was a lot of speaking.
I always have a backup plan.
Okay, so he's with me now? He's not gonna fight with me, is he? I don't think so.
Rise to the top, or get left in the dust.
Let's... I remember I undid something. I don't know what it is. Oh yeah, I need to lift the platform. Where is it? Yep, here. Okay.
I always keep my options open.
Keep a sharp eye. Did you hope to see an
I have a nose
Azuriani
for
fail?
profit and a taste for adventure.
I sense something nearby.
Masarai strides among the mysterious Xenos device then, and passes his palm to one of the strange pieces resembling a pedestal. With a hiss, one of its sides suddenly opens like an airlock. The Drukhari begins to examine the contents of the container. The thud and clangs of objects being moved about ring harshly in the otherwise silent space. Meanwhile, your eyes are involuntarily drawn to the particular device that filled the ground. After the anatomical opera, you have not the slightest doubt about the purpose of the device around you. You think you have seen some of them before in the homunculus laboratory. Others are even more obscure in their design, but the gleaming needles, cutting blades and tubes and flasks filled with revolting liquids give a clear indication that the horrors they can wreak upon a living body. I do not need to be a seer to feel the pain from permeating this place with my very being. You feel it? You feel the pain too, cousin. Marazite does not even turn around to look at your leg. Your re-education is clearly already bore fruit. A step closer to the torture device. As you gaze upon the machine's strange articulations, the tube at the end, the tubes that ended in sharp-tipped needles, and the instruments of the most bizarre shapes, you begin to have a slight suspicion about what these devices do to their victims. Chemical injections, dismemberment, mental torment. For a moment, your stomach churns at the thought of what it means to be subject to these tools. The Chamber of Sensation. The Drukhari turns to you, holding something in his hands. A place of reflection and pleasure. This is where Raks do their tinkering, working on new captives in anticipation of a hungry Kablai who will appreciate their artistry. If the Vintius servants were here, I could show you more, Hyphosdane. Marazite chuckles as if he has just made a joke, and his eyes are burning embers. For instance, how to skin a monkey without killing it, or how to turn an Eldari into a material for a charming trinket that will delight you for the rest of your life, but alas, another time. Your interest pleases me. Here, take this. Consider it a reward for your diligence. Marazite carelessly dumps the item he retrieves from the container into your arms. Okay. The chambers in the heart of the spire, not far from the Wetway Gate. Perhaps there I will find what my soul so desperately craves. Sorry. Okay. Alright. Whoa. Desolation Blast Pistol. Sharpshooter Rifle. Ooh. Oh, this one's better than my Deadly Repeater. Okay. Alright.
Let's not waste time with pleasantries.
Speak, Elantar.
The Emperor sets my path.
Okay, just heal. No!
You interrupted my thoughts.
Damn it.
Join me in prayer. Some choose well.
They fear to look at me because of my appearance. I fear to look at them because of their rotten-colored souls.
Ah, crap. Yep, damn it.
Fate and fortune favor the bold. I need your full cooperation.
You have offered me another chance.
Okay.
Let us not dawdle.
Anything here? Okie dokie. Muffled cries of pain coming from the impenetrable darkness. Okay.
I'm restless.
Let me equip my gun first. Where is it? Here we go. Sharpshooter's rifle. Jay, you have Wondrous Potent. Should I give you the deadly repeater? Whatever. Okay, I'm sorry to do this to you guys, but this is where I'm gonna leave it off because it's actually quite late for me. So thank you all very much for watching. And what can I say?
Keep your eye on the prize.
I have to say, I kind of hate this place. Like, it's not just the torture and everything, it's just that the amount of traps in this freaking section. It's like, it's bordering on it's overkill. That's all I'm gonna say. But yeah, this is where I'm gonna leave it off. Thank you all very much for watching, and what can I? And I hope to see you guys and gals next time because I need my sleep. Ciao.